Alright guys, what is going on? We are doing something different. There's not going to be any gameplay in this video, unfortunately. But fortunately, this video may be more helpful for you than a gameplay video would have been. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing back my series from last year where I go over my top 7 players at every single position. Now, the reason I do this is because a lot of people ask me my preference on players. A lot of people ask me if they have a certain budget, what players they should get. And a lot of people just ask me, different questions about different stuff when it comes to building their roster. So I like to do this. And the way I do this is I take a budget, I take no money spent stuff, I take all of that into consideration. You got a guy like, I don't know, let's just throw him out there, Manny Machado. You get a guy like that who's cost 300,000 subs and really isn't that good, he's not going to be on our list. Even though he may be a 97 overall, he may be cool, you guys may love him, he ain't on my list because I would never recommend any of you guys get him. These are going to be guys that are useful either on the bench or on your starting team, it don't matter. These are guys who I would tell you to go after, and that's how I'm going to do it throughout every single video. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. I hope you guys find it useful. And I will be doing each position. I won't be doing it in order. I'll be doing it based off of the depth of the position. So once players start getting a little bit more depth, I'll start going over it because I don't want to start naming off guys and recommending guys that really, should never be on your team to begin with. So to start it off, we're going over third baseman because I have 7 guys that I would love to talk to you guys about. Now, one other thing I should go over before I talk to you, okay? There are certain guys who you shouldn't play at their primary position. Now, I'm gonna do a quick spoiler real quick. You got a guy like, I don't know, Carlos Santana, switch hitter, right? I know that he's a primary first baseman, but if I'm using him, I'm probably gonna use him at catcher or something like that because it's more of a position with less depth. So you got guys like that where if I use him per se in a top 7 video, it would be in a top 7 catchers, not a top 7 first baseman video. So that's something I'm doing a little bit different from last year. I'm going to show you guys who I want at what position, okay? So these are the top third basemen who I think you should be playing at third base. Let's get into it. Now, the beauty of this list is you guys aren't going to expect a lot of the guys that I go over, and that is completely fine. You don't have to. It's my list. If you guys hate me for it, you can let me know in the comments below. I'll understand. But this is my list, and I'm recommending these guys for a reason, okay? Now, Yoan Moncada is somebody I recommend to people who do not play on Legend. If you guys are struggling to get to Legend, you need a good player to use that you can grind for and get for free. Yoan Moncada, he's one of the good guys to use. Now, he has good power versus righties, good contact versus both sides. His power drops down a little bit against lefties. Doesn't have the best vision, but on the lower difficulties, it doesn't matter. You can play him at second base, which adds a lot of flexibility for him. And he has silver fielding, a decent arm, decent speed. But him being a switch bat is what makes him awesome. And him being absolutely free to get is awesome too. Now, I actually did use this card on Legend, and I batted 360 with him, and I hit 3 home runs with him. So I did like using this card, and I love using his silver card in BR because his swing is so awesome. So if you guys haven't, at least give him a try. I think you guys may enjoy using Yoan Moncada. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys were expecting to see this card on this list. Nolan Arenado is obviously a phenomenal card. Not only does he have good hitting attributes, but he has a diamond fielding, which is just insane. Now, with his hitting attributes being what they are, I think he's an automatic bench bat at the least. I have him on my bench just because I have a couple of guys that are going to be higher on this list, so I can't really start him. But he has good enough hitting attributes versus righties, and he has 99 power and 99 contact versus lefties. He's an absolute lefty killer, and you'll see it right here in my stats. Now, I'm batting 391 with him, and I mean he's definitely gotten his fair share of play. And let's see, he's batting 407 versus lefty, 12 home runs. I mean, he's done well. It's obvious that he's a good guy. I'm sure a lot of you guys already use him, but it would be a shame to leave him off the list. So at number 6, it's Nolan Arenado. Absolute stud. Get him at least on your bench. Okay, please. Do yourself a favor. 99 reaction. Don't mind starting him either. Now, 5th on this list is 2013 All-Star Miguel Cabrera. Now, this card absolutely breaks against both sides, and it almost feels like those attributes don't even do him justice. Whenever I face this card, he pulls everything that I throw inside. He goes oppo with everything I throw outside. He just has a nice swing. He has good contact versus both sides and a decent vision, which means his PCI is going to be high. And he has a silver fielding badge, which is decent enough. But this card plays way better than even he looks. He's a very good card, and he's only about 30,000 stubs on the market right now, so he's definitely affordable if you guys are having any budget issues. Now, I've used him on Legend. I'm batting 333 with him. Not anything crazy. He has some home runs. He showed some pop. 1112 OPS, so you know, I've done okay with him. But the reason why I've taken him out, simple, just the same as Arenado. I got these other guys that I can't pass up. I just can't. But if you guys have a budget, you need to get him. You absolutely have to get him. And just like Arenado, you could have him on the bench. You could platoon him with a first baseman. You could platoon him with a third baseman. There's a couple of lefties that you're going to see that are on this list that you could platoon him with at third base or first base. He's good enough. He's a phenomenal hitter. Every time I face him, he kills me. So number 5, Miguel Cabrera. Now I got to put my bias aside from this one, because you guys know I have not done well with this card. But it would be naive for me to say that this card is not one of the best third basemen in the game. I'm surprised I didn't do well with him. But, I mean, dude, look at his power. Look at, he fills all the slots. He checks all the marks. You know what I mean? The problem is, I just can't hit with him. But besides that, this card is free to get. You go to Stage 2 Team Affinity for the Cleveland Indians, and you can get this card, okay? If you guys are doing no money spent, you guys have a budget, you are sorely mistaken if you guys have not tried to grind this card, because with these attributes, you need to try him, okay? Now, he has 96 contact versus righties, 106 power versus righties. Clearly, there's no issue there. Contact's a little lower versus lefties, which means his inner PCI will be a little smaller, but he still has 98 power, so if you square it up, it's going bye-bye. 117 discipline with a little small of a vision, which doesn't actually matter this year, because that only matters if you use the big outside PCI. Now he has 79 fielding. He's 1 away from gold, which is unfortunate. But if you're playing him at first, he was going to be lower anyways. But if you play him at third, he has that 95 arm power and 89 accuracy. That's a guy you want at third base. Nolan Jones is an absolute stud, and that position eligibility really helps him be able to squeeze in your lineup. Number 4, Nolan Jones. Now, number 3 is Pablo Sandoval. In this card, you need to try him. You need to at least try him, because his swing is so sexy. It is sexy, okay? Not only that, but if you're ever in a pinch, he plays catcher. So having him on your team and being able to be flexible like that with a guy that can play catcher, it is absolutely humongous, whether he be on your bench, whether you're starting him at third, whether you're starting him at first. I debuted him at third, and he went absolutely bonkers for me. I love this card so far. He has phenomenal contact versus both hands and good vision, so his PCI is humongous. He has good enough power against righties to hit moonshots. In the 74 power versus lefties, he's definitely no slouch. He has gold fielding at third, which is why I'm saying you should put him at third and take advantage of that 81 fielding, because if you put him anywhere else, he will be a silver fielder. And he has good arm and good arm accuracy. This card is a G, and I'm batting 500 with him with 10 at-bats. Not the biggest sample size, but I can assure you guys I'm going to keep using him, and you guys are going to see that he is one of the good guys. All right, so number 3, Mr. Pablo Sandoval. Maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe he should be number 1, but we're going to keep him at number 3. Now, my number 2 could very well be your guys' number 1. And the reason for that is my number 1, some of you guys struggle with him, and don't care for him. To you guys, I say good riddance, okay? Because there will be no disrespecting my number 1. But I'm not going to take Nolan Gorman's shine from him right now. Right now, we are talking about Nolan Gorman. And this guy's an animal, okay? He has damn near the same fielding and everything as Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones has a little better arm and that, but man, those hitting attributes. For a guy who's never stepped foot in the damn league, they're sure giving him a lot of respect. I mean, think about it. You look at his hitting attributes, they're better than Mike Trout's, which is kind of crazy when you actually dive deep into it and you pay attention to it. It's actually kind of nuts. But anyways, it makes the game fun. It gives us more players to try, and it gives me somebody to have number 2 on my list. Now, against righties, he mashes. Against lefties, he mashes. He just mashes. He's mashed potatoes and gravy. He's the full enchilada. He has a little bit of a low vision, but it doesn't matter because it's all about the contact size when it comes to PCI. And you can have him at third, you can have him at first, you could have him at the cookout, you could have him at your swim meet, have him anywhere, okay? Just use him. If he is not on your team and he is not on your bench, you should probably go play NHL or Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something like that, because this game ain't for you, okay? You need to be taking advantage of guys like this. He's free. Just like Nolan Jones, he is free to get. Get him. Now. Now, if it's not obvious already who my number 1 is, with Nolan Gorman being number 2, then it should be now, okay? Yeah, that's number 1. It's not even his best card yet. He will get a better card than this one, which is frightening, okay? But for right now, our number 1, Mr. Chipper Jones. Now, there's 2 parts to this, and I'm going to go over the first part right now. The first part, this guy absolutely, he goes porn star crazy. He goes Marilyn Manson crazy. He goes Weird Al Yankovic crazy. I mean, whatever your definition of crazy is, that's what he goes. He's got 88 contact versus righties, 88 power versus righties. Good enough. And then against lefties, he's just the GOAT. Now, he has a good enough vision. His fielding, not that good, right? Oh, but wait. You can prestige him. Look at this damn animal. All of a sudden, +3 on all sides. Silver fielding now. Over 90 power versus righties, over 90 contact versus righties. Hitting against lefties only gets better. Vision only gets better. If you don't get this damn card, he's cheap now. He's going for like 30K on the market. Get him. Why wait? Why wait? And some of you probably aren't waiting. Everybody probably has this card. If you don't, you should. The prestige missions are somewhat easy considering he's a good card, and it should be easy to get those stats if you go and play enough. But get this card on your damn team now. 338, 10 home runs, 1251 OPS. Let's go over his other card. Who had the most at-bats with? 248 at-bats, 407 batting average, 1348 OPS. Guys, this is his lesser card. All of these games are on Legend. What else do I need to tell you, man? What else do I need to tell you? Get the cards on your team this instant, please. Okay? I need you to. I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys liked it. Go ahead and leave comments below and let me know what position you guys would like me to go over for the next one. There may be some days in between. I'm not going to be getting them out back to back, but I will get out every video for every position. All right? You guys let me know. I will see you guys soon. Let me know in the comments as well what players you think I missed on this list. If there's any third baseman that you like that I forgot to shout out, let me know and I'll slap myself. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.